Hello and welcome to my Game Week 38 weekly Monster Tournament video. I'm going to talk you through my top 5 picks of the game week. This game week is being aptly named the Season Finale Frenzy. £4.50 to enter and you can take away 10k with the first prize. Interesting one this week as we do have 10 fixtures to play with, unlike last week where we only had 6. So starting off, we've got Arsenal Brighton, Villa versus Chelsea, Fulham Newcastle, Leeds West Brom, Leicester Spurs, Liverpool Crystal Palace, Manchester City Everton, Sheffield United Burnley, West Ham Southampton and Wolves Manchester United. There's a lot of nice enablers this week. I think some top players that have slightly difficult fixtures have been very, very underpriced. So it's going to be an interesting game week and hopefully we can put some good teams together and make ourselves 10k. My first pick of Game Week 38 is going to be Mo Salah. He's incredibly likely to be my captain because I love the fact that Liverpool have something to fight for and Mo Salah has something to fight for. Liverpool are currently joint on points with Leicester, going for that final top 4 spot. In my opinion, if Liverpool win this game 2-3, 4-0, they're all but guaranteed. Leicester aren't going to beat Spurs 8-0. So they need goals and they need a win. And at the same time, Mo Salah, he needs goals. He's currently joint on goals with Harry Kane, 21 goals, going for the Golden Boot. Mo Salah loves a Golden Boot. He loves individual awards. So for me, that combo, it just can't be ignored. 14.9 million. It's a lot of money. But if you're going to captain him, I think it's very good value, to be honest. I'd be surprised if he didn't get at least a brace. So he's definitely going to be my captain. The thing I like about Mo Salah as well, underlying statistics, fantastic. He's in the top 5 so far this season for expected goal involvement per 90 for players that have played over 1,000 minutes. And despite a dip in form recently, his underlying statistics have actually gone up. His expected goal involvement per 90 has gone up from 0.82 from 0.78 over the course of the last 2 months. So the underlines are still there. He's still scoring a few goals, but a haul is definitely incoming. And against the Crystal Palace side that have conceded the 3rd most goals in the league with very little to play for, I think if Liverpool get an early goal in the first 10-15 minutes, this could be a 4-5-0. And especially, there's going to be fans at the game. Anfield is going to be absolutely rocking, in my opinion. So it's a nailed win for Liverpool, a nailed big win, in my opinion. Mo Salah's the talisman, needs goals. Easy pick. Really, really easy pick. My next pick is going to be a West Ham boy. It's Michail Antonio. He's been priced at 11.3 million and he played really well midweek. Obviously, we won 3-1 away at West Brom. Michail Antonio was pivotal in that win. Won us a penalty, which obviously Declan Rice did miss. But he rounded off the win with a fantastic finish, assisted by Jesse Lingard. And for me, if you want a double up, that's the one to go for in this fixture. And as I've just mentioned with Mo Salah, I like the fact that the team had something to play for and the player had something to play for, and that's the case with this pick. Michail Antonio, he's 1 goal behind Paulo Di Canio to be West Ham's top Premier League scorer of all time, and he's made it quite known that he wants stats like that. He wants to be a historic player for West Ham. He wants the fans to look back at him and remember the times that he had with the club, and he's also a bit of a show-off. So obviously with the fans at the stadium, a brace for him, getting to show off that he's now our all-time top scorer. He'll love that. And at the same time, West Ham, we want to finish the season off well. If we win the game, it's our best ever finish in the Premier League. And at the same time, if we get the win, we guarantee the Europa League group spot, which is absolutely huge for a club like West Ham, especially after moving to the Olympic Stadium. It's been a bit rocky over the last few years. So a Europa League spot would really be fantastic. And the players deserve it. They've been absolutely fantastic this season, and none more so than Michail Antonio. He's been phenomenal for us. He's been our talisman when he's been fit, and I think the underlying statistics show that he's even better than Mo Salah when it comes to goal involvement per 90. So he's so important to us. And the other thing that I do like about this matchup is Southampton are well known for developing youth players and potentially looking at Game Week 38 where they've got nothing to play for. Few younger players might get a few minutes or even a few starts. So this could be a big win for West Ham in front of the fans. West Ham fans can be a bit difficult at times. We know that, but they'll be rocking with European football. So hopefully, you're looking at a 3-4, 5-0 win for West Ham. Next up, I'm going for the man who has the highest expected assists so far in 2021. You might be thinking that's Bruno or Son, Trent, maybe Mason Mount. It's actually Rafinha at Leeds. He's been priced at 12.8 million, and they're going to be playing in front of a rocking Ellen Road Stadium against an already relegated West Brom side. It's mouth-watering. It's an unbelievable little pick, and you could even go for him as captain. I think he's that good. He was in phenomenal form midweek against Southampton. He really was fantastic. He could have hauled in the 90th minute alone. He assisted Tyler Roberts for the shot he had, and then there was a bit of dodgy defending and ended up with Bamford. Bamford gave it back to Roberts, and then he finally put it home. So that could have been an assist. And then with the final kick of the game, Rafinha put a lovely driven shot into the bottom corner, and McCarthy made a fantastic save. So it could have easily been an assist and a goal just in the last seconds. As I say, the highest expected assist in the league, playing for Leeds. And another thing that I like about this Leeds side is it's always been discussed, the old Bielsa burnout, that he works the team so hard, but actually they're top of the form table. They've got 21 points from their last 10 fixtures. They've been so good this season, and in front of an Elland Road stadium with fans for the final game of the season, the atmosphere is going to be incredible, isn't it? And this will be the first time Rafinha's been able to play in front of the fans, and I think he's going to give them a show. So for 12.8 million against an already relegated West Brom, I think it's a good pick, and even an outside shot for captaincy, to be honest. My next pick is going to be Harry Kane. He's been priced at 8.9 million, which seems incredible value going into the final game week of the season on a player that is desperate for the golden boot. Obviously, he's playing a Leicester City side that's still fighting for Champions League, and they've been very good this season, but they're a team who can have bad days at the office. They conceded 4 goals at home to Newcastle recently, and they are without Johnny Evans, who is by far their best defender. He's been incredible, and when he's not in that back line, they struggle for discipline and experience, obviously. There's a few issues going on behind the scenes when it comes to Harry Kane. Obviously, he potentially wants to leave the club, which is not a good thing for Spurs at all. But he's an incredible professional. He goes into every game wanting to win, wanting to score goals. And I think if this is his last game for Tottenham, I think he'll want to leave on a high and give the fans something to cheer. And against Leicester, he can definitely do that. He loves playing Leicester. He's scored 14 goals in only 11 Premier League fixtures. So the form's there, the underlying statistics are there. He's a goal scorer. He has something to play for. I think it's a really good pick at 8.9 million, even though they are playing a pretty solid Leicester side. My final pick of the game week is going to be the man in form. It's Joe Willock. He's scored in each of his last 6 Premier League fixtures, and he's playing a Fulham side who are already relegated and have been poor for months. I like Joe Willock because I think he has an outside chance at the England squad, if I'm honest. He's playing so well. He's scoring important goals at important times. And you always see in England squads, there's an outside pick, there's a little wild card, a joker in the pack, and especially in a 26-man squad where our midfield options, especially scoring late goals with runs into the box, it's not the best. It's not one of our better positions. So potentially you just take a man that's in good form, and he can definitely improve that form going into the final game of the season against Fulham. There, as I say, playing so poorly. I thought this game was going to be pretty much a playoff to stay in the league a few months ago. Newcastle versus Fulham, final day of the season. Could have been a huge game, but instead Newcastle was somehow now 14 points ahead of Fulham and playing some really good football. They've actually scored the second most goals in the league in the last 8 fixtures, and Joe Willock has obviously been a massive part of that, and his goals have pretty much single-handedly kept him in the league over the last 2 months. He's been absolutely phenomenal. So for me, at such a cheap price, he's a fantastic enabler, really isn't, and he's the reason you can get the likes of Mo Salah into your team this game week, in my opinion. And that is that for my top 5 picks video. As I say, this week is not called the FanTeam Monster Tournament. It is called the Season Finale Frenzy. 450 entry, you can win 10k 100k, which is obviously an insane amount of money. And I'm hoping for a bit of luck to end the season on a high. We'll be making content on Euro 2020. If you want to subscribe, get yourself watching some Euro 2020 content and videos. We'll also be putting out articles on Game Week 38 and all the way through the Euros. So keep up to date with FanTeam Focus. Get involved. Tweet us, DM us. Well up for it. And in a bit, lads. Hope you have a good game week.